Got it. There we are.
This meeting is being recorded.
It can't be Hilda. It can't be Hilda. There's no background of flowers there. It can't be Hilda. Oh, hang on. There's the flowers. There's the flowers. We can see the flowers.
Yeah, I changed them again for you.
Marvellous.
I've got Lily's there tonight.
Good evening, all. How are you?
Hi, Gizzy.
Peter, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm all right. Did you get that?
Yeah, that video. Yes, thank you.
Audio.
Yes,
you
thank
sent
you.
back and got one. You got one bit of the video. What I did with the video, the rest of it, I recorded too long a piece, so it wouldn't send.
Oh, right.
The audio sent all right, did it?
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
The last 2 minutes on it were for Monday's papers. So what will be in the papers tomorrow? So you've got it as planned.
Okay. I want someone to send me the sports page from the Manchester Guardian or whatever the paper of choice is there.
Well, I don't think the words would have been choice in the print, Johnny.
Not at all.
No. So
Hilda, we haven't seen each other since that result, have we, Jim?
Well, I was quite relieved in the end. I know you're a Man United fan, John, but I was quite relieved in the end because all the focus yesterday was on Arsenal until Brentford played Man U and it took all the pressure off us.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. But anyway.
Watch the game this afternoon.
I watched about the last 5 minutes of it. I saw Tottenham equalise.
You should have seen the first half. Chelsea were just superb.
Yeah.
I was really worried about the match. I thought they were going to be taken to the cleaners. But they played so well. Again, it's a story of missed chances.
Well, that's what the game's all about, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
I was down the pub earlier. I watched a bit of the earlier one. The Red
West
Side.
Ham.
Damn, bloody hell. West
Yeah,
Ham.
I watched that, Gizzy. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
You watched it upside down?
Sorry?
Did you say you watched?
No.
Upside down.
More like sideways.
Look, boys, give Hilda a chance to get in about the serious football talk. You know, it's all very well. You know, so Hilda, did you come on as a substitute for Manchester United, or were you there at the beginning? I can't remember.
No, I just bought the slices of lemon in, orange rather.
They needed more than a slice of lemon for sure.
I was available for massages, but nobody wanted one.
What's that joke? The boss pulled me off at half time. Oh, you're lucky we only got oranges.
Oh yeah, we like it.
What time did you get back last night, Pete?
I stayed and had a chat with a couple of old mates. Do you remember Cole Leeburn at Charlton?
Yeah, big black centre forward.
Yeah, he was the floor manager for Sky yesterday.
All right.
And I haven't seen him for years. And he thanked me for giving him a job, which sent him on the road to success.
Wow.
So,
Right.
That was nice.
Wow.
And I sat down and had a chat with him for half an hour. So
excellent.
Well, you might need to be chatting to somebody up in Blackpool to sort out their football season, because that one hasn't started yet either. Hello, Bob.
Hello, good evening. How are we all?
There he is. Lovely.
Good evening, Robert.
All right, mate.
Yes, mate.
Hey, no, Bob and
Yeah.
Hilda, because you this morning on the Aussie Crew bar, Stevie Watts brought up a photograph of Frank Whitcomb.
Excuse me.
Frank Whitcomb.
Wait.
Frank Whitcomb. Frank Whitcomb.
Frank Whitcomb.
Frank Wickham, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing was, and it was complimentary, Bob. Pete said that he would have been round in your early days as well, because even back in the early to mid 70s, he was at a latter stage, probably even further ahead than you were, Bob. So he was because Pete said that he'd been actually at sea during the Second World War. So it would have been 10 years plus before you, Bob. So but you knew Frank, didn't you?
I know the name, but I can't put a face to it.
If you have a look at the Aussie Crew bar, when it comes out, there's a good picture of him.
All right. Okay.
What ship was it on, Pete? Was it the Arcadia?
His last ship, I think, was the Arcadia.
Arcadia.
But he'd been on 4 or 5 of the O-boats, the Himalaya, I think Chusan.
What was he? What was his job?
He's barman.
Barman.
I think actually, John, when you did that relief on the Arcadia, I think he was still on there.
I don't remember.
I didn't socialise much on there. Not there actually.
I don't think we've got the picture. We won't have got the picture of Frank with us, but you have, haven't you, Johnny?
Well, what I did, I took a screenshot of the edit.
Yeah.
So you can see it on the Aussie Crew bar, which will be up in about an hour's time.
Thanks,
Johnny. Was that the photo with another guy on there, and they said it was Stan the baker? Is that the one you're talking about?
No, that was Tom the bosun, wasn't it?
Tom
the
bosun.
Say, well, I don't remember. It was a baker, Stan Cockington, but that was quite a few years ago, and I can't really remember what he looked like. I never sailed with him. Not that I can remember, anyway.
That Tom was I do remember him. I recognise the face. So it would have either had to be the Canberra Sun or Sea Princess for me, and I'm not sure whether it would he have been on the Sea Princess, Pete?
Tom. There was a chief baker called Tom.
No, we're on about the chief, the bosun.
There's Tommy Murphy.
No.
Tommy Murphy.
That's Tommy Murphy. Yeah, that's right. That's the one I know. But he was chief baker. Somebody mentioned Alfie Pimlett last week.
Yes, Colin Donut.
Now I remember Alfie Pimlett because no one could get his surname. Everyone kept saying his first name, but no one could get his surname.
Where would you have been with him, Pete?
He's got a choice. Might have been Canberra.
Yeah.
I'm sure you would have sailed with him, Jim. He was around for years. Not a nice person.
What was it? You said it was Coxon?
Coxon or Master at Arms or
I think he was on the Sea Princess.
Could have been.
Yeah, I seem to remember his face. I wasn't on Canberra and Oriana long enough on both occasions to get to really know a lot of people, and he seemed very familiar. That's why I think it was probably Sea Princess.
Yeah,
they didn't have MAs on the P&O ships, only on the O-boats.
Yeah. It might well have been a Ronce then.
But you see that one, the guy, this Tom, he was a nice guy from what I remember.
Oh, he was a great fella. Big jovial Irishman. Yeah, lovely bloke.
Yeah, Irishman. That's coming back to me now, Bob. Yeah, remember talking to him. I think Sea Princess. It was Coxon, I think.
I'll tell you who would know is Simon down in Aussie, because he was on the Sea Princess, I think.
What, Simon Lockyer?
Yeah, he never comes in the crew bars. He only went in the Aussie bar one time.
Yes, he did. But apparently he gets up very early in the morning. Is that right? for taking
he
the
was
dog for a walk?
I don't
He was
know.
a rum
It
bugger.
was. It was.
Yeah, yeah.
He was always in trouble on the Oriana, Simon.
Yeah.
Bit of
He
a
had
ladies'
more-
man.
He had more black eyes than
Oh, yeah.
Chelsea football team.
Yeah, he was more than a ladies' man, Gizzy.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Well,
Hey,
we
now,
all-
now, Fruity's just sent a message. He's hoping to come in a little bit later. He's being held up down at the club tonight. Now, obviously,
Oh,
obviously, there's an emergency going on, and he needs to be helping. Whether
Right.
it might be to do with bar sales. I'm not sure.
Could you raise your seat? Could you pump your seat up, Dave, so we can see you?
Hey, look, I have got my feet here. There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh dear, dear.
well, you're lying down, are you?
Oh well, there's something happening all the time here, Bob. You know,
Yeah.
I'm in the recording studios, which is trying not to disturb, you know,
Hello,
all the
Daisy.
neighbours. Oh, Daisy,
There she is.
how's the ventriloquist act going, Bob?
And she's got a wet bum. I think she's just had a piss somewhere. Oh dear.
Uh-oh. No, not really. Really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. And you're
Oh,
not in
dear.
charge of that, are you?
Well, it depends where it is.
Oh dear, that's all right. So now don't forget, we've got next week will be another crew bar normal. But the week after we have got quite a few that won't be available because Hilda will be visiting his sister.
No, I've not made no arrangements yet.
Excuse me, that's the only excuse you've given for not coming to Worcester, so you've got to stick with it. All right.
There's more than one excuse, than not excuses.
But anyway, but apart from that, Pete, for whatever reason, will be doing his visit to Croatia it's a family gathering, isn't it, Pete?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, in a good way. But anyway, we'll look forward to Maka, you know, is in Singapore at the moment with Debbie.
Yeah. I saw that this morning, yeah.
Yeah. So they're on their way over. But we were saying this morning, where's Bobo? I know he's Philippines or something.
The last I saw was a little clip from the Philippines. That was
Yeah, he's in
about
the
a week ago.
Philippines. His fiance or girlfriend,
Yeah.
her mother, I think it's her mother, is seriously ill, so he's probably busy with that.
Well, it's funny because, you know, when I posted the other day, I sent a screenshot of the temperature here.
Yeah.
Did anybody see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
About 5 minutes or so later, I got a screenshot from Bobo. I
Yeah.
didn't recognize the name. I forget off the top of my head. Anyway, I looked the name up and it was somewhere in Australia.
Wow.
Oh,
Really?
North- I think it was Northern Territory or Queensland or somewhere in Australia because I'd not heard of the place and I looked it up.
So
Well,
Bob,
he might
Gizzy,
have
was
got-
that was on the WhatsApp group or was it on the messenger?
I'll have a look now for you, David. It was on my
Yeah,
phone.
well,
so-
he probably got a weather report from there. Doesn't mean he's there. Yeah,
well, I suppose so. No.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
But having said that, you know,
We still got that question. Is he in Thailand?
No, he's
He was in the Philippines.
Philippines.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. But all right, Hilda, obviously, what's the update out in Goa? How is everyone out there?
Well, this friend of mine, I just had a message from him just before coming on here, and he's not too good in actual fact.
Who's that, John?
This friend of mine that
Oh, sure.
he stays with me when I'm in Goa. He moved in with me after I had my cancer operation 15 years ago because I couldn't look after myself when I came out of hospital, and he stayed with me ever since. He's married and got 3 kids.
Okay.
And but he had this motorbike accident, as most of you know. But I've just had a message from him, and he's getting these very, very bad headaches. It's making him sick, and he's very weak. And there's still no news on when he's going to have this operation. He's hoping to hear tomorrow, and he said he'll let me know tomorrow. But
Right.
it doesn't sound too good, to be quite honest with you.
Is he still in hospital?
Oh yeah, right. It's over 3 weeks now. Well, he was in this local hospital, which a little place called Cadan, which is about an hour's taxi ride from Hobley, which is a tourist place. But he's been transferred to Hobley last Monday. Actually, he went there.
Right.
They've been doing tests and everything, but they haven't come to any conclusions yet. So that's the way
Yeah.
it stands at the moment. The other thing was another friend of mine, they from the UK, in actual fact, David and Sheila. Sheila originally came from Margate, but they've been living in Birmingham, and they used to come round to my apartment. They used to come out and stay for about 3 months or so and rent a place. And David was about a year older than me, but sadly he got Parkinson's disease, and I saw him about 4 years ago now, and he was quite bad with it then, but sadly he passed away last Monday. She phoned me this morning to tell me. So
Not good.
it's not been good news today, I'm afraid.
No. I'm sorry.
On another subject, we may have an historic day today, because if we remain at 6 in the crew bar, it'll be the first time ever that the Aussie bar participants will have exceeded the crew bar.
Wow.
I think you had eight in the crew bar this morning, didn't you, Dave?
Yeah, I think so. What, Pete? Who did we?
Yep.
We had you, me, and Fruity.
Then Stephen, Brad,
Brad
and
Maxwell.
Brad
Brad
and
Maxwell.
Steve. Brad and Steve.
Taffy.
Alistair
Taffy, yeah.
and Taffy. That's 7. And you started it off, Johnny.
I don't count. I don't count.
You started it off. I don't know if you remember a few weeks ago.
I think
Johnny had a very sad experience of not waking up to do the crew bar, and it was only when Pete and I know Steve Walker sends his regards. He was in Rome yesterday, and I think they were in Pisa today. Pisa today, yeah.
Trying to straighten it.
Villefranche tomorrow, and they're going to visit Monaco. So that's where, and he does send his very best regards. He phoned us up a few hours ago. But anyway, Johnny did have that moment, didn't you? About the alarm clock.
Yes, I did.
And it was, but Pete and Steve might have pressed a button as well, but Pete definitely did as well, and invited every man and his dog onto the crew bar messenger. and you can imagine everybody was everywhere and didn't even know what was going on, and it went on for how long, Pete?
Well, I was still getting messages to my phone the next day from people I haven't seen for 40 years who've never been into the crew bar.
Hey, just as an update on that weather thing, sorry, it wasn't from Bobo, it was from Stephen Watts.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was in Australia, yeah. So
and it was from a place called Perisher, which I believe is New South Wales, and it was -3.
That's where we go.
Bobo, but it was Steve Watts.
That's the ski resort.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you heard of it, Bob? I've never heard of Perisher.
I had a photo from my nephew yesterday, and he's, what was it called? It might be at Paris, but it was a Blue Cow Mountain or something it was called.
Right.
But that's in New South Wales.
Yeah, that's right. Perisher, New South Wales. I looked it up on
the ski slopes. Yeah.
But Charlie, just believe it or not, guess what we've just been talking about?
Not the weather.
Oh, who told you? And obviously, on behalf of Brendan, he sent me a message earlier. Apologies, he won't be in tonight. But Charlie, obviously, on behalf of Brendan and everybody, what's the weather like in Bermuda, Charlie? And he's holding back in suspense. It must be cold. It must be, Charlie, is it really cold? Because you just froze.
Yeah. It's a chilly 31 degrees here today.
It's warmer than that here, mate.
Yeah. I'm sure.
It's quite nippy here as well. Yeah. That's good. All right, Charlie, we have basically mentioned about the football, but obviously congratulations for you, because you obviously you're happy. Where's your Arsenal shirt? When you don't wear it, you don't hang it up when you're winning.
No, they're up there. You can't.
Oh, it's all right. Oh, there he is.
There's
There
one
he
there,
is.
and there's two more in front of me,
Hey.
and the scarf. Everything's here. Yeah.
I had a message from Caveman last night.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, whenever Arsenal play Leicester, he always messages me. Hard luck, Jim.
Oh,
Yeah,
brilliant.
I try not to go too involved in the early stages, because it always has a way of coming back on me. So, it's like United are at the bottom of the table now. Well, Arsenal was there for 3 or 4 games last year.
Yeah, actually, Charlie, have you got Amazon Prime Video?
Yeah.
Right, you got to watch All or Nothing Arsenal. It's great. It's a documentary about last year.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'll keep an eye out for it.
I was talking with Pete, and unlike all my English friends, I don't know the ins and outs of a lot of things. So I enjoy all the history of different teams. So it's great seeing that.
Yeah.
Hey, well, look, once Bristol City get a history, we'll watch it.
Yeah.
They'll get one next 2 weeks yesterday.
I hope so, Bob. Oh dear. Yeah. So, anyway.
Dave, are you going to do a live broadcast from the stands?
What, next week?
Well,
in Blackpool. Oh yeah, we could do. We'll do. Well, we do. No, it's a Saturday, so we'll do a recording.
If you do a video, then we'll put it into the crew bar.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah, absolutely. In fact,
even though that'll be the summer break, which you're going to talk about later.
Oh yeah, there might be a summer break. Yeah. It'll be one of the water breaks.
If I can get on next week, I will. But I'll be at the airport next Sunday. I'll be in North Carolina somewhere.
Oh,
Charlotte.
Welcome to the USA, Charles.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Are you literally hop, skipping, and jumping, or are you visiting there as well?
No. On the way back, I'll stop over. But on the way through, I'm just waiting for the red eye. I get there late in the afternoon.
Right.
And then I have to wait till midnight for the flight.
So, Charlie, are you coming on your own, or is there family coming or friends coming with you?
I'll be on my own.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll do my best work on my own.
So they were advertising yesterday afternoon, Dave. There's a spare box going for the Bristol City game, private box.
No.
£1,000 plus VAT if you're interested.
£1,000 plus VAT.
You can afford the VAT, Dave.
If we all if everyone else comes up, we'll have to go for it, won't we?
Yeah. You pay the VAT, Dave.
Is the box in Bristol?
No, it's in Blackpool.
In Blackpool.
Yeah, definitely. In fact,
There's
Charlie,
money in Blackpool with £1,000, Bob.
Pardon?
There's money in Blackpool with £1,000.
Wouldn't have thought so. That's why they were advertising it.
is that Bob? Is that £1,000 for the season?
One game plus for 10 people. I thought, me, who want to pay £100 to watch fucking Blackpool? You know?
I know. I mean, we don't know 10 Blackpool or Bristol City supporters, do we, Bob?
Oh, there's more than 10?
All right, Charlie.
Yeah, they got double figures last week.
Yeah, that's true. So, Charlie, next week I'll be at Bournemouth watching the Arsenal game.
Right. Yeah.
It's a 5:30 kickoff UK. I don't know what time that'll be with you. Is that
5:30?
Oh, there's a good match on Tuesday night.
Be 1:30.
7:30, 7:45 Tuesday evening. QPR playing a famous team from the northwest.
Who's that? Bolt Wonders or Preston?
God, dear.
Yeah.
So, no, Hilda, did you mention about Margate, wasn't it? Did you mention? Yep.
Yeah.
I did get a message through from Scotty today, and obviously it's his birthday today. Oh, hang on, let's better get that up for a second, don't we? It is his birthday, and he's been out for most of the day with Jill. But I did say that I think, I'm not sure, Hilda, but did you send him one of these through?
Oh, yeah, you've got it there.
He's
Yeah.
got it there. Yeah, good. Right. Well, this is for Scotty, obviously. Happy birthday, Scotty.
I'm making so many of those. I've got a mold now.
You mean the what, mouldy?
No, a mold.
Mold, all right. Ollie.
David.
Evening.
Oliver.
David.
Yes,
For
Ollie.
you.
Oh, hang on. Oh,
My
the
chair.
oh, the chair is there. The chair is there. Well done, Ollie.
Is that a
Thank you,
new one?
David.
Is that a
Are you-
new one?
No.
It looks very new, Ollie.
It
Looks
looks very
very
new.
smart, very clean, very good.
I don't use it much.
Only on a Sunday. We were just acknowledging Scotty's birthday today, although he's not in because he's out with Jill today, Ollie.
Okay. How old is he today then?
Oh, hang on. Don't you?
69, I think.
Oh, you might be right. You
Yeah.
might be right.
Six bar.
That was a good year.
Yeah, very,
Woodstock.
very.
Man on the Moon, Woodstock, good year, 69.
He's
Yeah.
69 years old.
Oh, not in
Yeah, I know
born
he
in
is. I'm just
69,
putting them
Johnny.
together. I know. I get it. Yeah.
Well, it's good. Just I think another couple of years, most of us will have lived through the 60s twice. I think that's quite an achievement.
Yeah.
Through the 60s twice.
That's right. The decade and the decades.
Talking about-
decades, yeah.
69. Any of you ever sail with an old PRS called Norman Knight?
Yeah.
Oh,
That name rings
Yeah.
a bell, yeah.
yeah.
I remember
Oh,
it was on the tube stand. That was 69, and I was working with Norman and Frankie Ruthen, and he kept dropping his fags. He would go to sleep with a fag in his mouth, and all his t-shirts had little burn marks on them. When the men went on the moon for the first time, and because little Frank was a dry little bugger, he says to me, he said, "Here, Bob." I said, "What?" He says, "What's all this fuss about these men going on the moon?" He says, "That twat's been there for fucking years."
Norman Knight, right.
Oh, flipping heck.
Yeah.
Hello, Ray.
Welcome, Ray.
Hello.
Hello, Ray.
Hey, Raymond.
Hello. Hang on.
Yeah, it's all
How's everybody
good.
today?
Okay.
All
Very
good.
good.
Spiffing.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all good. We've just finished talking about you. So you're welcome in now.
We're holding
worry,
back.
mate. We haven't
Yeah.
started yet.
Get anything?
There's only a handful of us on today.
Huh?
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
Gizzy said that he'd been in community. Well, Caveman had been in touch with Gizzy yesterday. Was it
Oh, really?
yesterday?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it was Friday night. He said, best of luck tomorrow. And then last night he said, hard luck, busy.
Yeah. With your favourite, it was to do with sport, Ray. All right, football.
Well, I saw I saw a brief thing. Like I do read the news most days, but I'm pretty selective on what I read. But I saw something about Man United getting thrashed. Is that right? Did they get thrashed?
Yes,
Correct.
Ray.
No need to upset John just because you've come in.
Do I want to take one?
And I have a confession.
Yes.
That story I
Even
told
reached
about going
Canada,
into
has
the
it?
I don't
pub.
mind. You take your pick.
The story I told about going into the pub where they were all in their, the football fans were all in their colours. I actually can't remember what colours they were wearing or what football team they said they were. I just think in the story I said Man United, but I really have no clue. They could have been.
Look at. I'm sorry,
Oh,
Ray,
hang
but
on. Look,
hang
there's
on, Ray.
the Blackpool Supporters Club.
We got Daisy and what's the other one called?
Winston.
Winston.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Is
there.
there a team that has red and white stripes as their
Ray, I was
gear?
talking to Daisy, Ray.
Oh, sorry,
It's
Daisy.
all right, can't carry it.
Brentford playing
There
red,
she
white,
There
white.
she is. There she is. There's
Yeah,
Daisy.
What
There
colour is
she
Chelsea?
Yep.
Go on, white.
Wonderful.
Blue.
Flip
What's
it.
that?
Now, what's
Oh,
your,
my.
sorry, that's your son, isn't it,
That's
Bob?
my child. That's my youngest child. Yes,
Now, what's your youngest called?
Christopher.
Hello, Christopher.
Oh, how are we doing, everybody?
Bye,
Christopher.
Very good. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
Chris.
yeah. There we are. There's the baby of the family is quite big, actually.
Right. Go on, Winston. Have a good one, gents. and
Yeah,
ladies.
cheers,
Cheers.
Christopher.
Bye-bye. Come on, Winston.
Oh, great.
Come on, then, matey.
Mind you, do you keep your plant under control like Bob does with Daisy, Hilda?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
See-
They get a bollocking if they get out of control.
Oh, great.
Dave, just spotted your background there. Where is the man tonight?
Oh, no. Where is he tonight?
Yeah, why isn't he here?
Love that. Part of the capella.
It is. I know. Where is he tonight?
He's at the club.
On the
still.
veranda.
Oh, I love that. That just brings back memories of on the cruise last year when we were having our laparoscopies. Or Capriosca for those that like to pronounce. Is that sound right, Capriosca?
That's correct.
Yeah, that's it. That's correct. But
Do you mean that? Do you mean the vodka and lime, Bob?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, with a few glaciers.
Dave,
Crushed glaciers.
this photo, I'll just put it up there briefly. This is in honor of you because many years ago, I can't remember where we were. We were going on. I think it might have been when we went skiing, and we went into this pub, and you were going to buy a round of drinks, and you went up to the bar, and you, in classic form, they had these low hanging lamps above the bar with sort of a fringe around the outside, and you went up there, and right away you clocked this, and you put your head up underneath one of the shades, and it looked like you were wearing this Bona Capella, just like that. And I'll never forget that. It's like you just cracked us all up because you were standing at the bar with this funny, what looked like a funny hat on.
That's right. Hey, but I'll tell you what, Zachary, I remember you wearing one of these lampshades when we were up at JR's. We went,
oh, really?
Yeah. We were up. Do you remember going up to JR and Lindsay's?
I don't. No.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a picture of it. I'll find it. If I can find it, I obviously will do. But now, if you all want to put your cotton wool in your ears, because we're all going to get an earful from Fruity now. Good evening, Fruity.
Good evening,
Good evening.
David.
It's great.
Good evening, all.
Evening.
Good evening.
Marvelous.
David, it's funny you should just come in. I just mentioned to David, I said, I saw the background and wondered where you were.
Yeah.
Well, I decided to stay out so I didn't have to listen to all the crap football shit. There you go.
We've saved a bit for you.
In that case, Ray, I'll go. See you later. Bye.
Have you given up the your chum's football correspondent?
Oh yeah. Oh, possibly. No,
Didn't last
got a
very
lot.
long.
I've got a lot of questions about what's been going on in the soccer world.
no. Hang on, what's coming in? Oh, it can't. We've got a readmission. It's coming in. There we are. Fruity.
Twice.
Lovely, great. We've just Taffy's arrived, Fruity. He's in disguise as well, as he always is, you know.
Omar Sharif.
It's the Omar Sharif tonight.
Without the moustache.
Oh, bloody hell, great, even better. And Fruity, if you shout out to Ollie, he might wake up. If you like.
That's all right. He's very comfortable in his armchair, aren't you, Ollie?
I am. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Right.
Really good.
It's looking good. It's looking good. So Ollie, I know I always ask, but have you been swimming today or?
Yeah, every day this week. It's been so hot that and the water's quite warm, which is really unusual.
But yeah, I went today about 2 o'clock
Right.
on the high tide.
And is it being well populated through the week?
Well, not on my private beach. It hasn't, because no one's allowed on it.
Is that
Even
your
you.
nudist beach? Is that your nudist beach, Ollie?
If I went on there nude, everyone would get off.
Well, you said there was no one else there.
Yeah.
Hey, did you all see the nice bit of footage from Angelo when he was on his walk down the beach, and the small
sea lions
with all the sea lions?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, very good.
Flipping heck. Yeah.
Taffy, can I take the stupid hat off now?
Yes, go ahead, John. It's too hot for all that stuff.
I always wear it in honor of Taffy. And Taffy, by the way, do you notice something? That when I name people, I name where they're from, unless it's obvious. So I always put Wales for you, because it's important for you.
Yes, I appreciate your support, John, because there's not a lot of it going around.
Okay.
I wanted to mention last week's Ollie's pocket. How fascinating it was learning about Oscar's attempt to spread typhoid around the world, and what an incredible story. I had no idea that he'd experienced that. All the years that I'd known him, I never knew anything about that. He never mentioned that, and that was amazing.
It was amazing, and well done, Footy, in making the original one the superior quality we have today.
It was very enjoyable.
We've got another one tonight about the ship's cat, which I think is really amusing.
That's a lovely one. Yeah. Well,
and I think what I might do next week is one about how Oscar got his nickname, because as we all know, his name is not Oscar.
Yeah.
Alan, is it Alan?
Alan.
His name,
Yeah. Alan Bradshaw. Yeah. So,
Well, his middle name might be Oscar, but it's certainly not his.
I don't think it is. I don't think Oscar's a part of him at all.
No, but there is one of the old tales which I've done, which I'll send to the Colonel this week.
Brilliant. But the ship's cat, that's tonight.
Talking about ship's cats, does anybody remember on the Sun Princess, somebody had a pet snake and it escaped, and there was a big to-do because nobody knew where the snake was, and it had been spotted a couple of times, and I think it was quite a large snake, and then it died. And I remember that quite a few of the bartenders, or maybe the one that had it, because I think it was a bartender that had it, was wearing a black armband for the rest of the week because the snake had died.
It wouldn't Phil Butchers, was it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
It wouldn't have Phil Butcher wasn't after a snake, was he?
Probably.
On the Royal, there was a big incident because a passenger somewhere in Panama had smuggled on board a sloth, one of these tree sloths, and he had it actually hanging in the closet in the passenger's cabin. And one of the bedroom stewards was in there cleaning up the cabin and suddenly discovered this thing hanging in the closet and like screamed, and there was a big to-do. I remember Andy Hiscox telling me about that the sloth had been brought on board illegally, and then they had to get rid of it, and it was just hanging in the closet.
Yeah, but anyone else with pets and that on the ships over the years? There are quite a few with birds.
I can remember once I shared a cabin with the infamous Dave Hale and one or two others. We had a terrapin in a fish tank. We had it for a couple of years.
There was one trip on the Canberra. We were down South America, and there's a section waiter called Frida. I don't know if anybody.
That's right, and he was galley bosun at the time.
Frida Williamson.
Yeah, and he had to Southampton. He had this tiny little monkey, and he had a big Afro haircut. If you remember,
yeah.
And he had this monkey in his head, and the customs got him, and he was in all sorts of fucking trouble about that.
I do. I remember that monkey.
Could hardly see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Get down, Shep. And
Get
Colin.
down, yeah.
Oh, there's Colin.
Donuts in. Good to see you, Colin.
Hello, how are we?
Hello,
Everybody
Colin.
hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I've got it right today.
Again, Colin, you're on the roll.
That's the second week running. No, my assistant is out in the garden.
Oh, well, you've done very well. It's extremely well.
That's how to treat him.
I have to tell you, Dave, that Blackpool Bob has got no control over animals whatsoever. Because I bought a cockatiel in Durban or South Africa somewhere, and I brought it back, and we were sharing a cabin, and I don't know how it got on, but Bob ended up buying a bloody big African parrot.
I did, yeah.
Or Amazon parrot, and it terrorized my poor little bloody cockatiel. Terrorized it.
I was training it to eat the fucking thing, actually.
Yeah. And when I got back, I had to give it to my auntie, my dear Auntie Mary, who kept it for about 10 years or something. She loved it. And she used to let it fly all over her house. She never put it in the cage. We used to go in to feed. But it was a beautiful present for her. She loved it. But whenever you went to her house, the house was covered in shit.
Of course.
I'll tell you a true story. This is when I was on Canberra, and I had some friends who had a pub just outside of Southampton. It was at Nursling, and we used to go out there for a few drinks and a bite to eat in the afternoon, and then they would bring us back and come on board. And we were on board one afternoon, and I can't remember if it was my cabin or Alan Christie, the printer's cabin. And all of a sudden, this budgie appeared. Now, God knows where it came from. It must have been in someone's clothes or something. No one knew whose budgie it was. And it ended up being down on the laundry flat in a cage. And something happened and the door got open and it just disappeared off the arse end. But where it came from, I don't know. And that is a true story.
We got a flock of
Was it?
parrots here just before I came on here. There was some outside my door. I got the door open, and all I could hear was this flaming parrot screeching. It was up on the roof just above my balcony. But there's quite a flock of them here in Broadstairs flying around. And,
okay. Are they the little green ones? Or
yeah.
Well, they're the
I think they're parakeets.
Parakeets. Yeah.
I went to a pub somewhere in the UK that you guys might know about, where the parrot calls time. I don't suppose it's still there, but it calls time at the end of the evening. And whoever I was with said that the parrot called time, and I really didn't believe them. And sure enough, right at 10 o'clock or whatever time was called, this parrot started going, "Time, gentlemen, please."
You were pissed, mate.
Please. And then
I know a few people who've had a cockatoo. I bet you do.
As it got closer to the time,
it wasn't always on board either.
As it got closer to the time that the pub was closing, by the end of the like 5 or 10 minutes it was staying, this shit was going, "Time, gentlemen, please. Time, gentlemen, please," making such a racket, and that everybody left. But that's absolutely true story. I don't remember where it was or who I was with, but somewhere in the UK.
Oh, brilliant. Hey, Ray, now look, who's behind you? I can see Mark Rowlands and Donut. Can you see Bonbon?
Bonbon's there.
And you're there, Dave.
Yeah, but who's the other one? Is that next to me? Who's that?
I don't know who that is.
I put that up on purpose because there's a series of photos I've got of this same. This is a day at the races, and I've got a number of different photos. I'll throw another one up in a minute because Hilda, you might recognize some of the chefs.
The Sun Princess, isn't it?
Sun
Yes.
Princess, yeah. But
Yes.
Colin,
Manchester
I
Mick, is
know
it?
that Bonbon. Sorry,
Pardon me.
no, that's not Manchester Mick. No, Colin, I know that Bonbon, I believe, has passed away now, right?
Yes, he has.
Yeah, yeah.
Has he?
But
I didn't know that.
but
Oh,
yeah,
quite some
but-
time ago, John.
Oh, really?
20
years
something
ago.
years ago.
Really?
But
Mm.
he was famous for this phrase, which has stuck with me for the rest of my life. And if I tell you the first 4 words, you can probably complete it, because I know you and he were quite close back then. And the
We'll
phrase
try.
is,
Go on then.
there are no exceptions.
Oh,
do you know?
there are no exceptions. Right. All musicians are naffs.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yep.
There
It's
is
stuck with me ever
that-
since. And
that
I
was
don't have anything
Bon-
against musicians, but
there are no exceptions. All musicians are naffs. That's what he used to say.
I can imagine him saying that. Yeah.
He
I don't know
always
what he
used to,
had against
And
musicians.
it's funny because he got on so well with Fred out of
Fred the drummer.
GFG.
Yeah.
GFG and who else was it? Oh, he like Julie, Fred, and Gare. Do you remember them?
Julie,
Yeah,
Fred, and Gare,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fred Shawcross.
Fred Shawcross. Well done. Yes, thank you, David. Well done for that one. And Gare, he got on with all of them well, and he also got on with the American trio.
Oh, Tony
Austin.
Tony Austin, yeah.
Yeah.
Tony Austin.
And unless it was somebody he didn't know, and he said, without exception, all musicians are naffs.
Yeah. It's so
Brilliant.
stupid. It's
Brilliant.
stuck with me forever. That bloody saying, that little saying has stuck with me my whole life. There are no exceptions.
That's really strange that something like that would stick with you. But there you go. Listen, we all have something that sticks with us, don't we?
talking of his phrases, did any of you know Jimmy Corder?
Yeah.
That was another Bonbon's favourite sayings. He used to say, as in the words of my famous friend James Corder, you are not my mate. In fact, he says, can I have a drink, mate? In the words of James Corder, you are not my mate.
Well, if you called it, no, actually, Gizzy, what if you called him, hello, Jimmy, my name is James.
That's it, my name is James, yes. And I am not your mate.
Do you remember the barman?
My name is James, and I am not your mate.
Do you remember the barman? I can't think of his name now, but he always called everybody my pretty.
Oh,
Yes.
that
was Bob Pillar.
Desdemona.
It is Desdemona. Yeah, Des.
Well, I don't know what
Anyway.
his real name was.
He said
used to
this
wear
to
a
him because he
cap,
called
Tom.
everybody
Used to
my
wear-
pretty.
He
He
called
said this to a
Pietro
passenger
Corsi
one
my
turn,
pretty.
apparently, and he says, I am not your pretty.
There was a barman named Rex Pretty, wasn't there?
Yes,
Yes,
there
it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Alan Major Alan Major always called her Love. Hello, Love.
Oh, hello, love.
Hello,
That's
Remember
a
Alan
northern-
Major?
That's a northern thing, isn't it? They called everybody love.
Yeah, but do you remember Alan Major? Any of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bonbon was such a funny character. I don't think I ever saw him smile, or I don't remember him ever smiling.
It was
And I
very
think
dry,
he-
Bonbon.
Yeah, he was very dry sense of humor. And I remember I think it was him that did this all the time, but it could be others. If a passenger was coming up to the horse box, he would say, "Naff approaching."
Yes,
Naff
that's right.
arrived. Yes, Naff. He'd go, "No, yes, Naff."
Him and I were great mates on the Sea Princess, you know. And we went to shore in Amsterdam one night, and there was I don't know if you ever tied up in Amsterdam. There was a little bar just on the quayside, and we went in there. We had a couple of beers and a couple of bowls gins, you know. So by the time we'd started heading up the town, we'd already had a couple. Anyway, we ended up in this bar, and it turned out it was down the gay strip. And of course, all these blokes in there and everything. So he says, why have you brought me here, Gizzy? I said, I haven't brought you here. You brought me here. I said, well, I think you ought to get out. I said, how do you propose that then? So he stood up, grabbed hold of my hand, and the two of us walked out hand in hand and down the street. Oh dear.
Oh,
As soon as we turned the corner, we ran like.
Let go of my hand. Let go of my hand.
Oh dear.
Now, Colin, you mentioned about Fred Shawcross. We did
Yes.
have, we've had we've recorded his voice in conversation, which was on the first Christmas or I can't remember, but it was recorded for the Christmas show. And we had Fred's recording, but we haven't been able to get him on the Zoom because of technical challenges. But he was made up when
Well, yeah, and the fact is, Colin, that he still plays in the band, and he's
Steve
plays
sees him,
it.
doesn't he?
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Stevie Walker sees him sometimes. Doesn't
Hello? 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 Hello?
Fred?
Hello, I'm Fred Shawcross, formerly of JFG, the drummer. You may remember me from Sun Princess and the Wonderful Times. I'm in Ollie's pocket on Oscar's phone. I just want to take this minute to wish all my mates and former colleagues on the Sun Free the very best of Christmases in the coming weeks. I just want you to know that this has been a bad year. We're all hoping that you stay safe and that 2021 is a hell of a lot better than this one. Stay safe, drink plenty of gin. God bless you all. Bye.
It's unbelievable. We managed to get Fred coming through on the phone, on Oscar's phone.
Steve's certainly been in touch with him anyway.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah, so for sure.
I'll try and dig up that video we got. Yeah.
Yeah, do. Honestly, he's still got what he had. Really good.
Yeah,
very good. Yeah, it was good to see him.
Is he 90 something? Did Steve say he's 90 something and still playing?
Well,
he's pretty close. He's pretty close to that.
Close to it.
If he's not 90, it's top 80s. I'll tell you.
Top 80s, yeah. We're trying to make him younger, Gizzy. We'll make him 89. All right.
Okay.
Listen, who remembers Julie that was in the band as well?
Oh yes, lovely
Julie.
Yeah.
She never used to wear any underwear, and we were all clocking her from the Starlight Bar behind when she was playing the organ with her feet tapping backwards and forwards, and she never had any kit on.
Oh, lovely.
Oh,
did you lot miss that? What's the matter with you lot?
She was a good-looking girl. She was involved with Gare though, wasn't she?
Yeah. She, Sammy Bradford pulled her one day. I wouldn't say pulled her. I'll rephrase that. He had to tell her off for going topless on the forward deck.
Yes, I seem to remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
She did.
She used to walk around by the swimming pool topless, and a thong that was unbelievably tiny because she didn't like wearing anything.
No.
She was outrageous.
Yeah, did they come to a compromise in the end? She could go topless on the officers' deck, couldn't she? Right up? Was it?
Give them
on the Monkey Island.
Deck.
Oh,
give them the privilege.
Yeah, up the Monkey Island, I think she could go.
Yeah.
Talk.
Well done.
Yes, okay.
So Hilda, do you know who this is in the picture I've got up there now?
Oh,
It's the same night.
Oh, flipping out. You'll send it through to Colonel Ray, won't you? Because
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I
got,
can see Dolly Comley in the yellow top.
Yeah, actually, and Steve, I think this picture, Steve Mitchell is in the background too. He's just his head's just poking up.
You've got
there's one of the guys with the one with the binoculars is Taffy in the galley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those three guys were all worked in the galley. They were all cooks.
There's Ricky and well, they used to call him Maggot, didn't they? The one on the end. I'm on Facebook with him. Yeah. I think that's Ricky in the middle.
Right.
And that was another cook there. I can't think what it was. That must have been a horse race meeting, was it? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
think
is.
so.
I've got another one where I've got up before the end of the call. I'll pop up a couple more where
There were some
but
good
I
nights,
just wanted
those horse race meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were good nights, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Well organised, Hilda. Well organised. All right.
Yeah, that is Steve Mitchell in the background. Dolly Comley.
I think one of the horse race meeting nights cost me a lot of money.
It cost a lot of people a lot of money.
Except you, John.
It was a ridiculous.
I never
thing.
won, I can assure you.
It was a ridiculous thing. We were in a consortium, and I can't think of who it was. It was me, Pete Story, probably Brendan, and maybe Nevin. I can't remember. But we had $1,000 bet on, which was absolutely stupid. Why would we do that?
Yeah, no.
And the ridiculous thing was we came in last.
No.
Yeah. And
But those
I
at the end of the racing, when we had the auction off of all the winners, that used to reach
the auction off on all the winners.
Yeah.
I remember. Do you remember Jamie Darlow?
Yeah. The Maharana.
Jamie Darlow.
Do you remember when she used to get pissed between sittings?
Yeah.
And the old wig used to slip over.
The wig used to slip over, yeah.
The old Irish, yeah.
But Jamie Darlow had a single bet by himself on every race, bought the cheapest horse in the auction race, and won. He won every single penny that night. Unbelievable. He won something like $2,500. Crazy.
Didn't buy anybody a drink though, Colin.
No, well, no, he wouldn't do that, Jamie Darlow.
Well, possibly some of the Goanese crew there.
Oh,
Yeah,
who said that?
Oh, David.
Daddy.
Cutting fruity.
Funny enough, his name came up the other day. I was chatting to Adrian Smith, and Miss Darlow's name came up about various things. Yeah, he had a bit of a passion for a bit of, as Aggie would have said, dinge.
Binge.
Say no more.
I have no idea what that means.
Thanks,
I'm
Colin.
sure I can explain it, Colin.
Hey, no, Ray, is that
that's Graham Billett.
Is what Graham?
Oh, Graham Billett. Okay,
That's Graham Billett on the left, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
He was at the doing May,
Southampton.
Right.
Yeah.
He was
And
at the
Hilda,
dinner in
that's
May.
you on the right, Hilda.
Oh,
What, in the
yes, in the
blue?
Mexican suit. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hey Ray, you ought to try to swap it because we're not sure who's what where. Apart from you can see, yeah, was something on the back of your leg there, Hilda. You seem to be doing one of those turns.
Ooh. Was it a pirouette?
Bloody hell! Look at the size of the capella.
Nice.
Do you have that picture, Dave?
Oh, that was when you had hair, David.
Yeah, all right, all right.
Okay, Ray, bitchy tonight.
Yeah, right. We haven't seen that one, Ray.
Hair today and gone tomorrow.
Okay.
There's me and Graham being attacked by Miss Huggins.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, I haven't seen it before, and it's upset me.
Sue
what
Huggins,
Hilda said.
Because she passed away, wasn't it, beginning of the year?
That's
Yeah.
Huggins,
She did.
isn't it?
Sad,
Yeah.
quite sad, Sue.
Yeah.
Lovely girl. Sue was lovely girl.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Sue Huggins.
It's Sue
yeah.
Huggins.
Yeah.
It's Sue Huggins attacking me and Graham Billett in the
Come on,
midships bar on the Oriana.
Dave, let's have a look, Dave. Oh, flipping heck.
Huggy Bear.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Yeah, the last time I saw her was on the Oriana when we had the Canberra reunion, Fruity, on there. She was on there then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing her on there. And you've got Bungy Ray behind you.
Yeah.
Bungy
Oh,
Williams.
yeah.
Bung
Yeah,
was.
there's Bungy.
Bungette.
And there's one
The
more
Bung
here.
Alley.
This one.
Bung
Bung
was.
was.
I don't know if you can see
Oh, it's
that.
Miss Heggie there. Was that Miss Heggie?
Looked
Okay,
like it,
Miss
didn't it?
Go the
Heggie.
other way. Let's have it that way. Yeah, come to the races again. Oh, very good. That's what's his name, the maitre d' who went barman. That one.
Who was that
in the
then?
white tuxedo.
No, that's Miss Heggie, isn't it?
That's David
That's
Eggy,
Miss
that
Heggie.
is.
Dave Eggy, yes.
He
Is
never
it?
went
It's like
barman,
Mike
did he?
Chaffee.
That's
It's,
Mike
no, it's
Chaffee.
Chaffee. It's Mike Chaffee.
Mick
Mike
Chaffee.
Chaffee.
Yeah, it is. It's Mike Chaffee.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a barman.
Yeah, and I think, Ray, that was Mike Chaffee on the aft end of the Royal.
I was going to say that's not the sun, I don't think.
No, that is the sun. Yeah, there you've got the ice machine on the right hand side at the back.
Yeah, it is the sun, definitely. Yeah.
I don't think I could have been on for that because I don't remember that. Come to
Yeah,
the
you
races.
were there. It's the same picture that you're in the other one. It's all the same night.
How did you miss me off of that picture then?
Well, yeah, look, it's because
You might have been busy,
Hilda,
John.
there was too many other homies in it.
Yeah, and you can see
In
just
fact-
see Bonbon sitting in the background there, just behind the lady in the yellow. I don't know who that is.
Yes, you
He's
can.
not smiling.
Well, that's Bonbon then, isn't it?
And who's the one in the galley? He was in the Who. Oh, he was the tall one at the back. You see, come to the races, and then just to the right of that, there's a. I think that might be Fast Eddie, the shorter guy in the middle.
No, the shorter guy is the chef. The we've seen him on other calls. The what's his name? I think he's still around. The cook. He's a cook.
Jeff.
Yeah. A cook. Okay. But the tall one in the back behind there, he was in the band, Colonel.
In the Who, yeah, okay. Yeah.
I didn't know there was anybody from the galley in the Who.
The guy in the white tuxedo on the right is Peter Storey.
Yeah. Got that.
Yeah.
And what about the guy with the sleeves rolled up? Was he an engineer?
No, that's Kevin. He was a bellboy. He's infamous in my eyes because he was in the cabin next to ours. I can't remember his last name. His name was Kevin. And I shared a room with Schooley Hall, and I was on the top bunk. And one night I woke up in the middle of the night to hear this whooshing noise. And I looked over in the dim light, our cabin door was open, and Kevin was standing in the corner of the cabin taking a piss against the wall.
Was Charlie Chicken in the Who?
Yeah, he is in
Yes,
the background.
he was the drummer.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was the only one from the galley in there, wasn't he?
No. Charlie was the drummer. Caveman was who's the lead guitarist in the Who?
Pete Townsend.
Pete Townsend.
Yeah.
And then the other one who is that one in the back. In the back.
See Roger Daltrey.
Yeah. No. He wasn't.
John Entwistle.
John Entwistle.
John Entwistle.
Yeah. Gizzy, do you?
Anyway,
you can't blow that up a little bit, can you? Right, you can't blow that back bit up a little bit, can you?
I don't know. I don't think
you have to
so.
wait for the recording, John.
No, I don't think you can do it, John.
Yeah.
I'll put the pictures on the Seagoing chat if you like.
No, I can't see who that is.
Get out of here.
The only one I could think of is Ricky, the larder cook, but he had a beard.
No. Oh dear. I think his name was John. Anyway.
Yeah, just send it to the Seafarers group, as well as me.
In fact, Ollie, you were the blind
Yeah.
man. Oh, you were the blind man, so you wouldn't have seen
That's
anything
right, yeah.
anyway.
Actually, the best place to send it is a seafarers group. Because
Yeah.
if you send it to the colonel, we'll lose it.
Yeah.
Have you still got the recording of the Who, John?
Colonel,
Colonel,
he's
have you
only
still got the recording of the Who?
That's known as a bollocking.
Colonel, have you still got the recording of the Who?
We didn't have a recording.
Oh,
of the
It was
Who.
on film. It's on film.
Oh, you
Oh,
have
was
got it filmed on deck. On deck.
It's on YouTube.
Oh, is it?
I'm sure I've seen it on YouTube.
Oh, sorry, Hilda. Apparently, there is a recording.
It's not on YouTube because I get busted for copyright.
Oh right,
haven't-
okay. Well, I've seen it. I'm sure I have.
Yeah, I think I did put it up there, but I think they took it down.
Oh
Yeah.
right, okay. That was a while ago now.
Okay, no.
Yeah,
And of course-
yeah, it'd been done for copyright. Yes.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
And of course, you haven't got the original, have you?
Actually, I gave it to Dave. It's
Oh,
16.
don't start that.
It's 16 millimeter, and I've got a projector, but it's very complicated to try and get that going.
You can get them converted, can't you, onto a DVD?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
I've got several pictures of the Beatles, but I don't have any of the Who. But you've already got pictures of the Beatles, right?
Yeah.
Got the Beatles, yeah. I did have the Who.
Well, you get away with the Beatles because you just call them a tribute band, don't you? That's all you got to do. So if in that respect, just call the Who the tribute band.
Yeah, but they don't normally mime though, do they? They normally sing live.
Oh, they play
when-
live.
when-
Yeah, okay.
It's when you're playing the soundtrack gets you. Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Where is he? Here he is. Here's the.
You need to take your background off, Dave.
All right, we'll do. Hang on. Where are we?
David, I think that was just an advisory that you should do.
It was
that.
an advisory bollocking.
It was just an advisory.
Hang on, what is it? Choose video film. No, immigrate. My background blurred. What about that one?
No. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can you see him now?
Right.
Yeah.
Need to raise it up slightly, Dave. Right.
You need to
right.
go back a bit, Dave. Take it back a bit.
There's Caveman. I can see. And Charlie Chicken.
No.
No, that's not Charlie Chicken. I don't know who that is. Don't recognise that one.
I'll see if I got a better one of him.
Recognise that one.
Was that Slopes? Tim Sloper?
No. What did Tim do? Tim did do something with the Beatles.
He did the Beatles with you. He was Paul McCartney.
He was a very good Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I was going to say he looks more like Paul McCartney in that photo with the hair.
Well, it flipping isn't, all right, because it's the Who. Right, hang on. Yeah. Where, Johnny?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. If you choose virtual and go for none, that's it.
Yeah.
None. That's it. Right.
Right. I've got that photograph somewhere on my phone.
You need to go down or up there.
You're
No,
going
you
too
need to
close,
take, David, you need to take it back.
You're gone too close.
That's it. Back a bit, Dave. Yeah, that's it.
Can you recognise him now?
No.
No, you've got a light reflection. Light reflection. Difficult. Oh, that's better. Oh,
I'll post it. I'll post it on the recorder.
Have you got that, Johnny, or do you want me to send it?
I've got it.
You've got it in your filing. Great.
Yeah,
lovely.
I do. Yeah.
Lovely.
Dave, I put it. I put up the Beatles, but who were the Beatles? I know you were, but I can't remember who everybody else was.
That's Caveman here on the right hand side.
Caveman.
JR
Timmy Sloper.
Is that Benny Berger on the left?
JR is on the drums.
Is that Billy Burgle on the left?
No, that is Tim Sloper.
Oh, that's Slopes, is it? Yeah. And who's the guy playing the trumpet?
Slopes is McCartney. Then I'm John Lennon. The guy on the trumpet, he was a PRS. I'm trying to think. He was only on for a short while, but he was game for it on that particular number. And then obviously JR on the drums, because Charlie had left by then. He went to Oriana, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe he did.
Charlie Chicken went to Oriana.
The thing is, you got 5 in the band, and there's only 4 of them.
No, he was just a guest trumpeter.
Oh right.
Okay. It was the track, whatever the track was, Colin.
Right.
It needed the trumpet player in it. It might have been one of the. Oh look, it's like Sergeant Pepper's era.
Sergeant Pepper's with trumpet. Yes.
Yeah, that was it. So
okay, all right.
He just came into during
who was it then?
I don't know. He was a PRS.
It's known as helping out.
Helping out, yeah. He used to help out when we were busy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing that I remember about the Who concert was Ollie playing the pinball machine, and the helicopter. The Colonel arranged for a helicopter to land on the back deck.
Yes.
Because there was the sound of this helicopter. You know, when the Who were arriving, there was the sound of this helicopter coming into land.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I think we did that for Channel 4 news coverage, Ray, but not the actual.
No, you did it for This Is Your Life, didn't you? For John
That's
Young.
right. We did it for John Young.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
But
Yeah.
I can't remember the band playing or any of that. I just remember Ollie up there with his back to the crowd playing the pinball machine.
Well, do you know
Which is made of cardboard.
he did do it again when we were on the ferries as well, didn't you, Ollie?
Oh, did you?
Ollie.
Yes.
Thank you. Flipping it. It's not pulling teeth. Come on. Yes.
Well, he's in the right chair, isn't he?
Ollie was doing it. We did it down. We had a surprise party down in the storeroom, didn't we, Ollie? We did a birthday. We had a do down in the actual storeroom, but we then had to do, because the drum kit and that got found down in the storeroom. The purser was asking, "What's all this about?" And we had to say, "Oh, we're going to do a charity thing up in the crew mess room." So we had to then do it again up in the crew mess, but it was really just for an unofficial party down in the storeroom, because obviously we weren't allowed to have a beer in those days, were we, Ollie?
No.
Well, it must have been a nasty purser then.
well,
who was the purser?
I remember having a party in the bar stores area one time, and we invited the captain down, and he came in and he wanted shivers or something like this. And we said, "We're sorry, we don't have any shivers." And he goes, "Yes, you have. There's a whole case of it sitting there."
In the storeroom,
a bottle of shivers. Yeah, in the storeroom. I don't remember where that was. I think that was on the Sun Princess as well.
Were you on there when it went to the storekeepers, Ray, on the Sun Princess? You know, when it all changed?
No, you mean when the unions left?
Yeah, because it was all barman on there, wasn't it, boys, on Sun Princess?
Yeah.
It was all PR barman. And then when it changed, it went to assistant barman and barman. But one of the assistants used to have to do the storekeeper. The bond.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed that. That was when you did a 9 to 5 job sort of thing, and you got a break from working above deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did that several times. Yeah.
On the Italians only did Vitling, didn't they?
On the Sun Princess, yeah.
Their own stores.
Also on the West Coast, didn't you have what was called a salaman?
That's what we meant. That's what we meant. Yeah, the bond storekeeper.
So what was that? Just a barman? So what did the salaman do then? Did he work in the stores?
He worked in the stores with all the alcohol, wine.
And on the Pacific Princess, when I had it, I ran the Alleyway Arms.
Alleyway Arms as well, yeah.
Which
did the Alleyway Arms as well, which is in the mess room.
Yes, it was.
Actually, none of you will remember on the Oriana. when we had the Gunport Arms, which was down aft, outside of the restaurant.
That's right.
Do you remember, John?
Yeah.
I can remember Sheepdog had it. Lunch times was go down there about 1 o'clock. You never knew who was going to be in there. The old man might have been in there, the purser, chief
I think when I was there, it was Taffy Williams.
Yeah, Taffy Williams had it. And then Mick Davies, commonly known as Sheepdog, had it for a long time.
I was only on there for a short period of time. I read about that. I think I just did a voyage or some relief or something or other.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get to know too much, but I did have a drink down there a couple of times.
Yeah.
What was it? An unofficial crew bar or what?
No,
well, it was the Aft Restaurant dispense bar.
Yeah.
But it
was in the Gunport door.
The dispense bit of it was in the Gunport.
And in the crew bar.
So it was in the Gunport. So the dispense bit of it was sort of front facing. But if you stood in the Gunport, you could get a drink through that way as well.
Right.
Correct, John?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, all
right. Pete the Feet, everybody remembers, well, most of you know Pete Dorfler.
Yeah.
He caused a big problem one time. I think this was on the Sun, but it could have been on the Royal. I can't remember. I wish we were able to get in touch with him, but he had been trying to get the palletizer repaired. They only had one palletizer for loading bar stores, and it wasn't working. And he kept putting chips in, and it wasn't getting repaired. So when we were in St. Thomas, he actually wheeled it. They opened the Gunport door. He wheeled it over the side and dropped it into the chuck out the Gunport door. And then we couldn't load bar stores at all. And he ended up getting a written warning for it, but they had to send a diver down and put a rope on it and haul it back up again. And then it got repaired. And he always said, well, at least I got it repaired, right?
Yeah.
So it was a pretty extreme way of getting it done.
Oh dear. Yeah, definitely. So, hey, well, look, boys, it's coming up well past the hour of
the witching hour.
But obviously, Fruity, you've already mentioned we have got the Oscar Tail coming up.
Yeah, we got the cat tonight, and it's nothing to do with Paul Katowski.
All right. Right. Okay. But it is the cat, as the ship's cat.
It's the
I
ship's
cat. I just want to say for all football fans, Brentford who? That's all I got to say.
I know.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Steve Walker did phone up from Pisa this afternoon.
Oh, did he now?
Yeah, he's getting over it slowly.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I think the phrase to use, Dave, was not amused.
Yes, absolutely. So, hey, well, look, boys, again, really good to see everybody. And
yes, everybody too. Good. Nice
Taffy, looking good. Ollie, the chair is as good as ever, and you are. And Donut for coming in 2 weeks on the trot now. Oh, you're on a roll. I'm on a roll. Right.
Will I be there next week? I don't know. I'll have to see.
And do you think, Charlie, you might be next week, but it'll be in North Carolina?
If I can get on at the airport, I'll be on. If not, I'll see the Worcester crew in Worcester.
Okay.
Yeah. We're looking forward to that anyway.
Charles, it'd be nice to meet you. I don't think we've ever met.
No, probably not.
No,
we
probably
may have
not.
passed
It'd be
one
nice to
another,
meet
but
you.
never met.
Be nice to meet you.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be lovely. And Ray, thanks again coming in, and for all our usuals, with Hilda and Gizzy and Blackpool Bob.
You mean the same old faces?
Same old faces, same old places.
Same old places, same old.
Fruity.
The usual culprits.
Oh, Dave, you remember you're going to ask Blackpool Bob a favour?
Oh yes, can you send Colonel in a photo shot of Daisy, a close up?
She deserves to be in the intro.
Oh, I can take a photograph of Daisy. No problem.
She was heavily involved today, and it was great. That was great. So
I hope we're not going to have another SP with the dog race.
Yeah.
And David, by the way, you need to check your messages.
Say no more.
Yeah.
And for you, Colonel, thanks again.
You're welcome.
Getting us on alive and well. So we'll see you boys, hopefully as many as we can next week. But
Right.
have a
Cheers,
good time.
guys.
All right.
Everybody
Wave.
take care now.
Bye
Cheers,
all.
Andy.
Bye-bye.
Good
Yeah,
night, all.
Bye.
Bye for now. It's all going well. Hey, look, yeah, there we are. This is it. The heavy.
Hello, everyone. This is Oscar from Ollie's Pocket with Oscar Tales. The Lift Boys Tale, Part 2, The Ship's Cat. Traditionally, since the days of sail, cats have been on board ships as a working member of the crew. They had one duty, to keep down rats and other vermin. On the Himalaya, such an animal existed and belonged to Captain Lawrence and lived in his cabin and had the run of the ship Himalaya. Although much loved by the captain, was actually a black cat of an incredible malevolent nature, obese, vindictive, lazy, and much hated by the crew. I can safely say it had never tasted rat in its life. Captain's standing orders to lift boys was that if the cat was waiting for the lift, this animal disdained to use stairs. They were to embark it, stop at every floor, and open the gates to see if it wanted off, and if not, to proceed to the next deck until it recognized the deck it wanted. This in no way endeared the animal to all the lift boys. In fact, a few had assisted it to disembark before its request stop. One evening, I picked up the Goanese steward, we called him the Captain's Tiger, from D-deck outside the restaurant with his tray of food covered by a chop cover, and transported him to the last stop up, boat deck, near the captain's cabin. On the way, I asked him if he had the captain's dinner, and he whipped the chop cover off and revealed a beautiful steak. Not the captain, he angrily said, but the captain's cat. Every night, here I am in the crew mess with curry and rice, and the cat on steak. Later, after I got off duty, I was talking with a friend from sea school and told him the story. I was overheard by an old sea dog who beckoned us over and said, "I can tell you a story about that cat." Wide-eyed, we listened to the following tale. One full moon night in the Indian Ocean, the officer of the watch wandered out onto the starboard bridge wing, and gazing aft in the light of the moon, he saw an object arcing from the boat deck out over the ocean, and a childlike scream came faintly to him. Thinking a child had gone overboard, he acted with great presence of mind and seized the lifebuoy with light attached that was by his hand and flung it with great accuracy in the direction of the fast disappearing object that was now achieving splashdown in the ship's wake. He yelled, "Man overboard!" and rang the same on the alarm bells and ordered a Williamson turn. When the ship came back on its course and neared the point of the alarm, the crash boat was launched and the crew could see the light attached to the buoy blinking away. Steering to it, they realized the victim was clinging to the lifebuoy and plucked the lifebuoy out of the water with a large, fat, angry, half-drowned black cat attached, who, far from grateful for its rescue, hissed, spat, clawed, and made growling noises that seemed to say, "Come near me and I'll have your eyes out." Of course, the captain launched an inquiry into the incident, with the whole ship's crew, except one notable exception, as suspects. It, of course, went nowhere. One widely held suspicion was the captain's steward, as he had just been seen before the incident delivering fruit to the captain's cabin. However, nothing was ever proved. The two lift boys on the deck that night, listening with wonder to the grizzled old petty officer's tale, were convinced the story was true. Though now, today, I'm not quite sure. Does anyone out there know of the truth to this story? Or were we two naive first-trip bellboys and a wicked-tongued old salt? A couple of trips later, I was a bureau bellboy on the Himalaya. That horrible cat used to visit the purser's bureau frequently and was never welcomed, and was encouraged to depart by one of the JAPs or the cadet purser by the simple expedient of assisting it out with a well-placed boot up its derriere. One quiet afternoon between passenger visits, Ian Henshaw and Dickie Rutter were on the counter. The cat jumped onto the counter and got its revenge for its enforced swift departure the day before. With a wild yell, they both grabbed at their papers and stamps from the counter as a yellow pool spread over the black polished surface. They both simultaneously shouted, "Bells!" So Oscar had to clean up, and I was added to the long list of crew members who hated that cat. Well, that's all, folks, for this week. From Oscar. Oh, and always remember,
Yukon River and found the Bonanza Gold below that old white mountain, just a little southeast of Nome. Sam crossed the majestic mountains to the valleys far below. He talked to his team of huskies as he mushed on through the snow, with the northern lights a-running wild in the land of the midnight sun. Yes, Sam McCord was a mighty man in the year of 1901, where the river is winding, big nuggets they're finding. North to Alaska, go north to Russia's own. Way up north, way up north. North to Alaska, go north to Russia's own. North to Alaska, go north to Russia's own. George turned to Sam with his golden